With your CIGTV News Update, I'm April Cummings in for Donna Bush. In our top story, the Royal Cayman Islands Police helicopter returns from the Bahamas, where it's been supporting the relief effort following Hurricane Dorian. Governor Martin Roper and Premier Alden McLaughlin led a team of dignitaries as the helicopter crews returned to the island.
I think it's incredibly proud of all of us to welcome back the helicopter crew. We all recognise that our friends in the Bahamas have gone through a really terrible time, but to be able to send our helicopter and help them out, I think is really special. And they've done an incredible job over a long week, and it's nice to come to the airport personally to thank them for everything that they have done today.
You have to have a lot of pride in a little place as small as Cayman that we are able to assist our brothers and sisters elsewhere. We know, I think, better than most what it's like in the aftermath of a hurricane. And so I think we all, everyone I spoke to feels passionate that we've got to do, not just have done, but we've got to continue to do everything we can to help our brothers and sisters in the Bahamas.
The helicopter, which was based in Nassau, took multiple daily flights to the affected islands of Abaco and Grand Bahama. In the immediate aftermath of the storm, the crew was tasked with various medevacs of injured people, transporting essential specialists, and carrying vital equipment. That's work that's now being done through other means. Describing the crew's time in the Bahamas, RCIPS helicopter pilot Nigel Pitt.
When we first went to the point of the disaster, Marsh Harbour, and you see the devastation, a lump in your throat, tear in your eye, you couldn't even talk about it amongst yourselves, because you knew or you could imagine what the people had been through.
Premier McLaughlin told gathered media that the Cayman Islands was hoping to send medical supplies to the Bahamas as soon as the current bad weather clears. In other news, the Education Ministry has reached a milestone in its plans to develop the new John Gray High School campus. John Gray High School Principal Jonathan Clark explains the work that a special steering group has been doing on the project.
Well, the main topic today is we're getting feedback from our architect team. They've taken the design to another level now, so it's a critical time in the project, and I won't get into individual timescales or benchmarking points, but we've got real up-to-the-minute designs that have come from extensive stakeholder engagement and feedback. So the teachers, the pupils, some of our parents, the education officials have all kind of wrapped around. We look at the best practice across the world, and we're trying to build a world-class school.
There has also been considerable focus on stakeholder engagement.
So they've now got to the point where we've got some amazing visuals. We've even got, a fly-through video, but it's gone to another level now where I'm able to actually walk through the school, see what the school's like, and we can talk about issues with design. We talk about any problems, any fantastic things that happen, and how we would use the space. And to be honest, we're beyond those things. We've done so much stakeholder engagement that we know the school we're getting through this design at the moment is absolutely fit for purpose.
In addition, Mr. Clark explains the milestone that the project has now achieved.
Well, at the end of the day is basically that the steering group give us the green light to keep moving ahead. We've got a great team on board. They've involved me fully as the principal of the school, so all the time people around the table know that we've got children that need to move into this school. They've waited a long time for it, and the end is getting close all the time, but there are certain steps we have to go through, and there's certain procedures and protocols we have to do to make sure that everything is moving in the right direction.
And in our final story, the Cayman Islands is marking Recovery Month with a number of events in September. To find out what makes this annual event so meaningful to the Cayman Islands, we spoke to organizers with the Department of Counseling Services.
Recovery Month is super important in our community because addiction is something that impacts everyone, not just the individuals who are struggling with it. It impacts their family, their employment, their friends, the greater community. And because of the ripple effect that it can have in people's lives, it's important for all of us to understand what it is and how we can help people to break the cycle of addiction and have a lasting, sustainable recovery.
The month is important to me, and it's important to everyone I work with. It's important to everyone that I see, and it's also important to, I think, most of the communities around the island. It's important because addiction and mental health affects everyone. I think everyone knows someone that's struggled in their lives, even if you've struggled yourself. it's important to reach out and to make sure that you're starting those conversations so that people know that they're supported and they know that there's help out there and they know that there's a community out there that's supporting them to live their successful life and live a life worth living.
The department has planned a number of workshops throughout the month for addicts and their families. September 28th is Family Fun Day at the Cayman Turtle Center. For more information about how you can take part in the activities, call 949-8789. As always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And of course, don't forget to tune in to Radio Cayman's For the Record and Talk Today shows, which are always packed full of exciting guests. I'm April Cummings in for Donna Bush. Thanks for watching.
Do you have a business in the tourism industry? The Cayman Islands Department of Tourism wants you to get listed on their website. Visit CaymanIslands.com. It's absolutely free and will give your business added exposure on the #1 visited tourism site for the Cayman Islands. Learn more and get listed at www.visitcaymanislands.com/sign up. That's www.visitcaymanislands.com/sign up. Deadline is August 15th for all submissions. Don't wait. Sign up today.
The Esterly Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.